Many thanks for staying with us. It's still the conversation here on Lagos Television. We're sorry we're starting this segment late, but we have an interesting discussion, for you here. We're discussing alternative power supply here in Lagos, and we have Bode Adefolu, who is an alternative power consultant, joining us via phone. Thank you for joining us, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can all hear you. Thank you for joining us. Okay, in Lagos today, power supply is no longer just an inconvenience. It has become a cost, a risk, and in some areas a threat to livelihoods. So I'm going to start this conversation by asking you, why has alternative power supply moved from being optional to becoming the main thing or an essential here in Lagos and Nigeria as a whole?
Well, I managed to hear your question. It's not very clear.
Okay, I'll take the question. I'll take the question again. I asked earlier that why has alternative power supply become an essential in Lagos and Nigeria today? Okay,
thank you very much. Let me start by saying that every human being is expected to have at least a minimum of 1 kilowatt power for his daily use.
Okay.
Unfortunately, for us in Nigeria, and let me say even for us in Lagos and Nigeria by extension, our population has skyrocketed to the level that what we have or what is available is obviously not enough for us.
Okay.
Currently, the population, I won't say I'm precise, it's hovering around 22-30 million population.
Okay.
And Lagos, as at the last count, we know we have about 23-25 million enclosures.
Just over 20 million. Okay, sir.
Just suppose that with at least 1 kVA per person. You agree with me that what is available cannot even go around.
It can't go around. Okay.
Nigeria currently has a capacity to generate 13 megawatts. Okay. 13,000 megawatts. Unfortunately, we are still moving around 5,600 megawatts, which is nothing to write home about. That alone is not even enough for a state called Lagos, the business hub of this country. So obviously you realize that there's need for people to look for other sources of power.
Okay.
And that is what is bringing up the need for alternative power sources.
Power supply.
Okay?
Okay.
That is what is bringing up the need for. There's no way that you will want to live a comfortable life. You want to charge your phone. You want to listen to radio. You want to watch TV. You want to have a cooling system like a fan in your home. And you are not going to look for power to do all that. So that is the main reason why alternative power sources has come to stay.
Okay. So
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
In other climes, apart from the fact that the government also has made power very, very readily available, the government has also encouraged individuals who want to come up grid so that they can actually allow extra power to be available for those that may need extra. That's exactly what is happening in other grids, in other climes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, I had earlier in our discussion, you mentioned the population of Lagos and not having that, and that about 1 kVA cannot go around. So for a state like Lagos, now that we're gradually moving away from the national grid, what would you say is the adequate alternative power for a state like Lagos? What are the options, for a state like Lagos, whether solar, whether inverters, whether gas, whether hybrid systems? Which one is most suitable for a state like Lagos?
Well, the truth of the matter is that alternative power has a lot of variety.
Okay.
I mean, and that's why all them renewable energy sources. You can either get from the sun.
Okay.
You can get from wind. You can get from water. You can even get from the waste. The compost, the waste material, the biomass. You can even get from that as well. So it's a mixed power sources that we can actually have for Lagos. For Lagos, we are blessed with a lot of things. In Lagos, we have the wind. We go towards the Lekki Agris, we have quite a lot of wind. I mean, it has traveled along the new coastal road that has been done recently. It's gone further down to after Otombo, another area. You will see a lot of wind that even when you put your speed, your meter, you need to see quality wind that can actually pipe there. Of course, you also have water. Even on that railroad as well, you have water. You also have water that can be damped, that can be controlled, that can actually power hydro generators. And you can also use waste that are being generated every day. The bacterial generators, the market generators, biomass everywhere you see them. You can actually use this to actually produce power for Lagos.
Okay.
So, and you know, the good thing about Lagos is that Lagos being the center of business in Nigeria, a lot of gas plants are up in Lagos. So we can even use gas generator to also generate power. So you have a mix of a potpourri of power source in Lagos that every one of us can key into. And that's why I'm happy about the new liberalization of power generation. That we can actually begin to liberalize the power generation in Lagos. In fact, meeting, for instance, local government can decide to say, oh, we seem to have water in our locality. Let's work with hydro. Some can say, oh, the gas line path is through our community. Let's do turbine. Some can say, oh, we seem to have much of this waste. What I'm doing with all this biomass waste, let's generate power through the waste system. And that is biomass for you. So Lagos is opportune to actually generate sources of power on different levels. So we cannot say, oh, one cup fit everybody. No. Because it's blessed with sources of different power. And we're renewable, you can see. Even the sun, if we have enough space, like the area where we have quite a lot of land, it's not unfortunate that developers are beginning to sell much of the land. We can begin to have solar farms that can actually give us enough thermal energy for this thing.
Okay.
So because it's blessed.
Okay, for our diesel and fuel generators, which is what everybody has been using and which is very, very popular here in Nigeria, can we still refer them, these generators, can we still refer to them as alternative power, or it has become a default source of power generation?
Well, you see, it's actually because we don't know the alternative, or rather, because we did not see the right alternative.
Okay, that was why we were settling for the diesel and petrol generators.
That's what we settle for diesel and petrol. All these are fossil fuels. They are not good for us.
For us, yeah.
Fossil fuel actually is detrimental
to our health.
And what I mean by that, these are part of the things that actually increase the ozone layer heat. They actually are also dangerous for us as well, because if you listen recently or you want to details recently across the world, for you people, I'm sure you also see that we're having different things happening on the Atlantic and so many places. So many things are changing that we don't even imagine. For instance, this is January, and we are seeing rain falling in some places now.
Exactly.
We used to have
climate change.
When we're doing Christmas, we say it's Hamatan season.
There was no Hamatan, yes.
And that's due to the fact that the ozone layer is also responding to what we are feeding the ozone layer. It is when we keep the ozone layer that is giving to fossil fuel is number one detrimental factor for ozone layer. actually moving a lot of people away from burning fossil fuel.
Okay.
Either you are burning diesel, or you are burning petrol. As a matter of fact, gas burning is still a bit better because the level of carbon monoxide is not as dangerous as that of diesel and petrol. Of course, diesel and petrol generators is actually a no-no that we shouldn't be talking about if we have actually gotten it right, or if we have gotten other sources of alternative power sources right in Nigeria. So it's because we didn't see, or at that time we are not accustomed to it, or we don't have the capacity to purchase them at that time. That's when we say, oh, I'd rather just buy this, I'd rather just use diesel, I'd rather just use petrol. A lot of countries have gone away from burning fossil fuel, and we need to gradually begin to go away from that as well.
But let's look at the cost of this other alternative power source. Many have complained that they are more expensive. That is why they are still sticking to the fuel and diesel generators.
Yes, you might say they are more expensive, but if you look at the economic benefits, in the long run you realize that they are far better off. Let's take a calculation, for instance. Let's take a calculation of a 2.5 kVA generator. For a 2.5 kVA generator, you are going to buy it for at least 250,000 naira, and of course you are going to be fueling it.
Hello, Mr. Adefolu. I think we have lost Mr. Adefolu here. Well, we'll try to get him back. Mr. Adefolu has talked about alternative power source, and he said that the continued use of diesel and fuel generators, it is detriment to our health, and it is what is causing most of the climate change we're having now in Nigeria and around the world. He has also admitted that solar is or other alternative power sources are very expensive. But before he went off, he also talked about how even though the alternative power sources like solar is expensive, it is much better when we're talking about our health. We're trying to get Mr. Adefolu back on the line, but while we do that, we'll go on a short break. When we come back, the conversation continues.